Barcelona in the Champions League quarterfinals. Congratulations, CULES! Today we're talking about the magic head of Lamine Yamal, the inevitability of Raphinha, the class of Pedri, and most importantly, the improved version of Barcelona, which has been upgraded by Hansi Flick. This was Tiki-Taka version 3.0, absolutely insane, and the latest deadly weapon of our top coach. So let's analyze our stunning performance in the second leg match against Benfica. Let's go! But first, I ask each of you to like this video, show how happy you are about our great success in the Champions League. Before the match, there was real tension. From Benfica's camp, there were words about their readiness to knock Barcelona out of the tournament. Hansi Flick, however, took a different approach to mind games and warned his team that it would be difficult, as Benfica had been putting on some very strong performances in this Champions League, including away games. The starting lineup for our team was clear. Araujo was replacing the suspended Cubarsí, Frankie displaced Casado in big matches, and Olmo won the competition with Gavi for the central attacking midfielder position. Our opponent also played 4-3-3, but with a slightly different player positioning. Barcelona had extra motivation for this match due to the tragic death of Dr. Carlos Miñaro. And after the match, all the players and Hansi Flick said they played for Doc, and that he would be watching their success with a smile on his face from the sky. The strongest words came from Gavi. "We will fight in every match in memory of Carlos. He was a wonderful person. We will miss him. We will try to win all the trophies in honor of Carlos Miñaro." From the very first minutes, Barcelona wasn't just running. They were flying. In the 6th minute, a lightning-fast counter-attack with Pedri pulling the strings. His pass to Lamine had goal written all over it, but the wonderkid shot went straight at the keeper. In the 9th minute, Balde and Raphinha destroyed Benfica's defense together, but the Brazilian was offside. But look closely at how Barcelona set up during the attack. Balde and Lamine were wingers. Olmo played behind the two strikers, Raphinha and Lewandowski. Thanks to Alejandro's speed and ability to cover large distances, Raphinha is allowed more freedom in attack, positioned closer to areas where scoring is easier. It was a prologue to the match-decisive goal. The 10th minute, Lamine found Robert in the center of the penalty area, but the shot was not that good. And again, look at Raphinha's movement. His work allowed Lewandowski to find his moments in the first half. A goal was coming, it was inevitable. Barcelona's crazy high-speed pressure turned into a moment of magic from Lamine in the 11th minute, when Yamal reminded us of the legendary Messi moment in the 2014-2015 Champions League semi-final. This episode will stay in the memory of Lisbon's midfielder Florentino for the rest of his life, just as it will for all of us, and for Lamine, who assisted Raphinha's first goal. After the match, Yamal admitted it was a poor shot, but even a misstep by a world-class artist is a signature of a genius. That's how it was with Lamine. He simply took the ball from the center of the field and created a goal out of nothing. We're truly lucky to have one of the greatest generational talents playing for Barcelona. After the great joy came the disappointment. The scoreline of 1-0 lasted just over a minute. Benfica equalized after a corner and a header from Otamendi. Here our team seemed a bit disoriented, and Araujo lost sight of the Lisbon captain. This Barcelona under Hansi Flick hasn't fully formed yet, and sometimes behaves like an impulsive teenage maximalist. But that's the magic of this team, which sometimes blows the opponent off the field with its youth and overwhelming desire to win. Take the 20th minute episode, where Balde seemed to ride through several layers of the opponent's defense on a motorcycle and provided almost a perfect pass to Olmo. It was a pity that the ball slipped off Dani's foot. That could have been a goal. 22nd minute, another quick Barcelona attack. Olmo to Robert to Raphinha, but Truben's quick exit denied the goal. A minute later, Lamine tried his luck from distance. As it turned out, it was just a rehearsal. In the 27th minute, the game turned with a key moment. Lamine at high speed caught the ball by the sideline, easily outran Araujo, and with a brilliant strike buried the ball into the top corner of the net. An absolutely phenomenal goal, which will definitely be in the rankings of the best goals in this Champions League. Watch this masterpiece from the perspective of a fan from Montjuic. Isn't this madness? Now from this angle. True football art. Lamine hadn't scored in a while, but it seems he was simply storing up his magic for a big moment on the Champions League stage. Lamine Yamal is art, perfectly capturing the phenomenon of our golden boy, says BR Football. And now it's clear what kind of superpower the young Leo Messi passed on to the boy. And of course, the new awaited record from Lamine. I've said it since the start of the Champions League, we aspire to win every possible title. We want to compete and give our best for our fans, and we'll see where we can go. We hope to go very far, said Yamal after the match. Let's continue with the match. In the 41st minute, Olmo set Lewandowski up 1-on-1, but Robert lost the chance. A minute later, everyone forgot about this missed opportunity, as it was time for our supersonic, Alejandro Balde. Collecting the ball in his half of the field, the 21-year-old Spaniard sprinted 60 meters and delivered a brilliant assist to Raphinha. Raphinha was ruthless, 3-1, and essentially the game was close, as the aggregate score became a crushing 4-1. The second half was much calmer, and this was largely thanks to Hansi Flick and the Barcelona coaching staff, who had addressed mistakes from previous matches. Barcelona continued to create goal-scoring chances. In the 49th minute, after a free-kick delivery, Araujo almost scored. In the 57th minute, there was a 4 versus 3 situation, but Raphinha's pass to Olmo was inaccurate. Then Olmo lagged speed after Lamine's pass. In the 65th minute, there was a counter-attack masterpiece with Raphinha's backheel pass to De Jong. This high-speed diagonal attack should have resulted in a goal for Frankie, but he just lacked a bit of quickness. We should also highlight Barcelona's phenomenal defense in trapping Benfica players in offside positions, thanks to Hansi Flick. As we said, Araujo has already mastered the necessary basics, which he demonstrated in this match along with Koundé, Inigo and Balde. These guys caught the visitors in the trap 9 times. Bravo! In the second half, there were only 2 moments near Szczesny's goal. First, Pavlidis had a weak shot from under Araujo, and at the end of the match, Koundé blocked a close-range shot. Overall, it was a very strong team performance, and we should note one important detail that changed. The team improved its control of matches and learned to think more rationally in real time. In the second half, Barcelona didn't push the defensive line up high. They set a mid-block and destroyed the opponent with Tiki-Taka. The team wonderfully used triangle interactions. After every pass, there was always a subsequent option with a pass to the third player. It's clear that Hansi Flick and his staff are looking for ways to improve the team's play, and the match against Benfica showed exactly what the coach is changing. The key players in dismantling Benfica in the second half were Frankie and Pedri. Their interaction became the key to making sure the visitors had no chance of getting back into the game. Not only could they not score, but they couldn't even control the ball. Flick took a gamble on Frankie when no one else did, and he did so because he understood that the Barcelona would be better if De Jong regained his form. Barcelona is a team with more harmony and completeness when De Jong and Pedri control and manage the game's foundation. Barcelona has become even more lethal in terms of time and space, and this is a crucial moment in the team's evolution, which could allow them to win everything this season. No wonder Pedri was again named player of the match, and this is the second time in a row. Although Raphinha deserved it too, the Brazilian scored his 11th goal in this Champions League and became the top scorer of the competition. And we're sure this won't be his last goal in this Champions League, so new records from our Brazilian top player coming soon. And yes, we're waiting. Tic-tac. Of course I'm happy. I think we showed a lot of respect to Benfica. They played very well, did a great job. It was a tough match, but I think we played really well. I'm very happy for Lamine. He hasn't scored in a while. I think he's also very satisfied because it was a very important goal. I think it's important who we play in the quarterfinals. Yes, it's tough, but the idea is to win the Champions League, said Hansi Flick after the match. And we'll finish on that note. What great words! The idea is to win the Champions League. Great idea, Hansi. CULES, like the video, write in the comments who you think Barcelona's opponent in the quarterfinal will be. And subscribe to our channel. We invite all Blaugrana fans to join us. Love Barcelona and Visca el Barça!